Adam Nightingale, along with the play-by-play announcer Scott Moore, joins us as part of MSU. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Good to see you guys.
Absolutely. Little hockey talk. This is right up Chu's alley, Western New York guy.
Western New York guy. My wife's Canadian. I mean, come on. Ice skates and maple syrup and chicken wings.
That's right.
Time to lace them up, Jehuu. Let's get you on the ice.
Yeah, I'm all in for it. I just don't know how to stop. I usually just go and run into the boards to stop.
Oh, man after my own heart.
So, Coach, last season was a really good season for the Spartan hockey. It was an exciting season. You had some players. Every game was really exciting. How do you credit that going into the season? What was the mindset last year before we jump into this year?
Yeah, no, I think our guys did a really good job. I think it's one of the hardest things in sports now is to focus on things that matter and control things you can control. And I think our guys just did a really good job of trying to be the best version of themselves every day and not worry about the results and just focus on the process. And, super thankful, change isn't easy. We had, obviously guys that had played for a different staff. And so we're coming in doing things a little bit different maybe. And, but the buy-in was really good. It was good to see the guys get rewarded and looking forward to the start of this year.
Well, question, with that great year you had a year ago, it seems like the recruiting has just taken off. That's what the talk of the town right now. We look at what's going on with Michigan State hockey and the commitments you've been able to get, the signees, the guys that are born in, I think it was 2007 or 6 years, those guys that are committed to Michigan State. What do you attribute that success to? I mean, because everybody loves Adam Nightingale. What is the secret sauce behind that?
Well, I mean, I think I've always felt like Michigan State's when you talk about the history of college hockey, I think it's one of the top programs. You look at our tradition and the history of not only winning championships, but helping guys get on to the NHL. And obviously that started with we've been playing hockey for 100 years, and when you go back to AMO, and Ron Mason's really the one that really laid the foundation of what Spartan hockey can be and should be. And there's momentum on that side too. And I think, our university's investment in our program, the new facility is definitely a huge factor in it. And I'm thankful for the staff we're able to put together. The guys that we have on our staff they have a track record of not only identifying high-end talent, but helping them improve and helping them develop. And so I think that, combine all those together, it's been a pretty good mix.
Yeah. So, Coach, coming in last year, there was, when the announcement was made that you were coming in, a lot of former players were really excited about you coming back, actually, because you're a Spartan, so what did that mean to you, and how was that transition?
Yeah, no, that meant a lot. I mean, just like you guys in football, I mean, there's, that alumni base is really important to us, and making sure that, they're excited about the program and feeling a part of it, and to have that type of support, and I know we got to do our job, right? It's at the end of the day, we got to put a product on the ice, and not asking guys to, support us if it's not going our way, but it was huge. And I think a lot of the guys that I not only played with, but watched play, to see them come out and support the team, that's a big deal. And you look at our list of alumni, I mean, it's a pretty big list, and it's again, I think it's top 5 in all of college hockey for putting guys in the National Hockey League, and all Americans and Hobie Baker winners in all league and national champions. So definitely excited to be back here and be a part of it.
Yeah. So, Scott, with the season that was so exciting last year, now you call in, Michigan, they just got a sense like Spartan hockey's truly back, what was that like for you?
Oh, it was a joy last season. I tell you, it was an absolute joy. When you went to the rink, single night. Honestly, there have been some you didn't feel that way, but here it was like, okay, you're going to get it done this evening, and a lot of times the team did, 18 and 18. So, looking for even better things this year. Not to put any pressure on you, Coach.
None at all. Scott, you've been doing the Spartan hockey games as a play-by-play announcer since 1997, I believe. So you just now hit your
97.
97. You just got your 1,000th game back in February, I believe. That was a big honor. We were all part of that. We saw that. Congratulations
on here.
Without question. So, like, what do you see, as being a big difference from years past? You've seen some championship teams, obviously. Do you see that same DNA in this particular program under head coach Adam Nightingale? No pressure.
It certainly is coming. There's no doubt about that. And the thing that I noticed last year right off the bat was the fact that there was a difference to the season. The intensity seemed to be up last year right from the get-go. And I think a lot of that is, the way that Adam, the coach has them practice. These guys, when we go on the road, I see Thursday night skates and sometimes at home too. And he works them. These guys are working, and it's a credit to them that they want to work that hard. These guys are all in.
Yeah. So, Coach, with this team coming in, you're replacing a lot of guys. You have some new guys coming. I believe 15, newer guys coming in. How do you get that camaraderie, with those change, and how do you get the buy-in from the guys?
Yeah, no, I think that's the biggest challenge any sport, right? Is our number one job as coaches is to unify the group and make it a team. And I think we all, as coaches, we like tactics, we like X's and O's, but the most important thing is making sure that we're a team and unifying the group. And so, fortunately, the way the university supports us, our guys got here July 15th, or July 5th. We have 15 new guys, and really July 5th, when we can't do anything with them, but they're with our strength coaches. They're lifting and they're training, but it's really about starting to become a team. And we try to identify guys when we're recruiting that it's not about them, it's about the team, it's about the university. And I think that's the common thread of any great Spartan team, whether it be football, basketball, field hockey, soccer, golf. It's everyone loses themselves in the team, and I do think we have a group of guys that are going to do that, and that's what's fun about coaching is there's going to be ups and downs in the season, but I think we have the leadership, a group of guys that are going to buy in and be in a team.
Yeah, and you talked about the school and the commitment to the facilities and everything. MUN looks awesome right now, and the new weight room there. I remember when I was playing, the hockey guys would be in the football field at the Duff, working out. But now you guys have your own weight room in the MUN. Your locker rooms there. Tell about that difference, because we talked to some football guys last year. They didn't have that bond because they were in the stadium locker room and all over the place. But now your guys are all together there, especially with the fact with new guys coming in. And talk about the new facilities there at MUN.
Yeah, no, we're super thankful. I feel super fortunate the timing to come in, and I look back, Danton Cole, the work he did to fundraise to get that done, and even before that, Tom Anastas, the interior of the rink, he did a ton of work to get that all kind of dialed in, and then Danton's work there, and it's important, and I think that you look at our conference, I think 6 of the 7 teams are ranked in the top 20, and everyone has good facilities, and really getting MUN up to speed is important. And then it's finding guys that understand that it's not about the rink. It's not about the weight room. You can have a fancy weight room, but it's not going to make you a better hockey player. You got to put the work in. And we make sure our guys know that on a daily basis. Like, you don't need all of this. But it is an advantage for sure when you're talking about recruiting and then building your team and spending time together to have our own space. Super thankful for it.
Yeah, speaking of that, you talked about the recruiting angle, and you see that a lot in a lot of sports. The athletes want to see great facilities, and now, obviously, with the transfer portal and the NIL, name, image, likeness, are you seeing the same thing? We asked a lot of coaches to come on the show about that. How is that affecting hockey, name, image, likeness?
Yeah, I mean, there's some of it for sure, but not as much as whatever the football or basketball. I don't think we're there yet. And last year, we didn't, weren't involved a ton of it in it, and it's starting to creep in a little bit into our sport, and it's a moving target, right? As you guys know, and I think it's important. Like, I think that's where Michigan State's different, right? Is we want to make sure that you're coming to Michigan State because of the coaching staff, the opportunity you have academically, the opportunity you have socially, and if there's something on top of that, then that's just kind of icing on the cake.
That's a big wave that's sweeping college sports now, for good or the bad. But the both of Michigan State's really creative with coming up with different things. And Scott, you were a part of this in 2001, the Cold War. Michigan State at Spartan Stadium, 74,544 people at that. At that time, the largest. Who's counting? In a capacity of 75,000 stadium, but like such a cool vibe, such a cool thing. Scott, the question that you're gonna have to talk about that call, but for Coach, can we do something like that again? What do we? Because I feel like we're getting to the right point where it's a hockey ticket's one of the hottest tickets to get in East Lansing right now, and why can we do something exciting like that again?
Yeah, no, I'd love to. I think it'd be awesome. And it's actually, if you look back at that, that was the first time there'd ever been one of those really big outdoor games. Like now in the NHL, they happen every year. Obviously they have the Winter Classic and all that, but Dave McCullough, who was an assistant coach for Ron Mason, we're honoring this weekend, kind of threw out the idea, like, what do you think about playing hockey out at Spartan Stadium? Everyone's like, oh, never. So there's no roadmap for it. Now they got it down to a science, right? They roll it out, and that game was played, I think, Scott, is October 6th or 7th, right? I mean, it was early in the year, right? So we have some pictures.
Game of the season.
First game of the season, and we have pictures of it, and Brad Fast always points out, because he played in the game, but that the trees are completely green, like it wasn't fall yet, and but it worked out, and I think it sold out in about 20 minutes. And I agree with you. I think it would be awesome to do that again, and especially super proud that was the first time it had ever happened at that magnitude in a football stadium, and something that we hope to do in the future.
Scott, you were there. What was it like?
I was there, and it was so unbelievable when the first goal is scored in the game and the crowd got under it like that. I had never, and still have never, heard a hockey game that loud in other than that. I mean, we've played in a couple other big outdoor arenas. We played down in Ann Arbor, we played at Comerica Park, but it's just once things got juiced up and the crowd got really into it, it was unbelievable up there. That we could hear that crowd, and it was work standpoint, it was tough, because I don't know that I've been that far away from a hockey rink in the other, all the time. But the numbers were standing out. Everybody had good jerseys, and I think I caught most of it.
Classic play-by-play guy. I want to know those numbers to make sure you get the call right.
That's right.
Fast moving game.
You gotta know.
Well, sure. You guys have, so that this weekend you have a nice little schedule coming up here, huh?
We're looking forward to it. Opening up with Lake Superior. It was a proud program, and actually coached by Damon Witten, former Spartan, and Mike York's on staff there. So pretty cool though that Saturday, 4:00 game there, we're honoring Coach Mason is putting his signature on the ice, and super thankful that Alan and the university supported us the way they did. And when you think about Ron Mason, his impact on not only on the university but college hockey, and he's a little bit of the John Wooden of college hockey, and so I think it's really fitting. He's got a whole bunch of family coming back. His wife's going to be back, and his daughter and grandkids. I think he's got there's close to 250 people that were on the list to come back and for it. So it'll be a special night.
Yeah, definitely will be a special night there. Really. So, Coach, you were, you spent some time, after you played, you coach in the NHL a little bit, but let's talk about your time in Buffalo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
One of the greatest cities in all-American city.
Detroit.
Yeah. He was in Buffalo. He was in Buffalo before he was in Detroit.
That's right.
You're right.
Yeah.
So how was your time in Buffalo? It's such a great city.
Yeah, no, loved it. I actually, it was my welcome to pro hockey. We were only there about 10 months. The Dan Bilesma, I'm forever thankful for, gave me an opportunity to work there, and they made a coaching change, a GM change, and moved on. But we loved it. Actually, I would say from a guy that grew up in northern Michigan, it felt very similar. It's blue collar people. We lived in Clarence. I don't know, Jehuu, if you were ever around Clarence. Yeah. We loved it there, and and it's a big time. Obviously the Bills, but the Sabres, it's a big time hockey town. It's almost like you're working in Canada or living in Canada. They're so passionate about it, and really enjoyed our time there. Yeah,
and okay, so are you sold on blue cheese now since you were there?
You know what? Every time, because I'm a ranch guy. So when I ordered a ranch, you kind of looked at sideways.
Yeah.
But yeah, some good, and they're prideful on their food, right? No matter what, this is the best wings. This is the best pizza you'll ever have. This is the best. What's it? Beef on weck.
Beef on weck.
Yeah. Beef on weck. Yeah.
But are you drums or flats?
How's that?
Drums or flats?
I'm a flats guy. I
knew.
Yeah, I'm a flats guy.
We just got to get you to the blue cheese, then you'll be good.
Did you ever go to Brunner's?
Yeah.
Brunner's? Yeah, it's a good spot. Good spot.
If you haven't yet seen Jehuu eat chicken wings, especially flats, you're missing out.
I'd like to see it.
It's surgical with those things.
Yeah.
We have a question from Doug Hagedon in the chat who says, what are the chances of getting a Gruff Spartan hockey jersey?
Yeah, I think it'd be great. It's something we've talked about, and I'd say stay tuned.
Oh,
we like that. That's great coach speak right there. I like that. It gets everybody in.
That's what they call it.
Stay tuned. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. So for the both of you guys, what are you looking forward to the most about? Obviously, you want to win, you want to get to the Frozen Four and everything, but what are you looking forward to the most, about this upcoming season?
Well, I just think, and you guys would appreciate this, when you get a group of guys together and then starting to become a team, and it's obviously we practiced and we've trained and done all that, but I think going through the ups and downs of a season really form who you are as a group. And I'm looking forward to that. And our guys getting a chance, it sounds like, the rink's going to be packed here, and just for our guys to experience fun that way for the full season. And it's our job to make sure it stays that way. And we got to make sure we play hard every night, and we're not going to be perfect, but our effort's going to be great. And I just think being around the guys and becoming a team is what I'm most excited about.
And that's what it's all about, man. And you talked about, you're playing Lake Superior State and your ties to it. You talked about your older brother who played there?
He did. He played. I played there with him, and then I played there 2 years, and then transferred to Michigan State. And then my older brother is assistant director amateur scouting for Buffalo Sabres, so they're still in Buffalo there. So he's representing out there. So it'll be. My parents still live in Sheboygan. So that's kind of growing up. We were so close to the Sioux, played a lot of their youth hockey up there. So it'll be a fun weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, we definitely got to get back out there. Last year we did a little, special where we brought a couple of listeners to, dinner, and then went to a hockey game. It was a fantastic event. It was against Notre Dame, I believe. She was there.
Yeah.
Along with Otis. We had a great time, and I'm sure, we'll do something like that again. Love to get down there and see some behind the scenes stuff. I don't know, take the guys to the locker room.
I want to get on the ice. I want to,
Let's do that.
You can do all that, and we'll get video of that. I want to see them.
Yeah, we can do that.
Stop before you.
Yeah. We can teach you to do that.
Yeah, okay. I've been friends with all these hockey
You got
guys.
insurance? You got insurance?
Yes, I do.
That's the first. Sign the waiver.
Sign the waiver.
Yeah.
No, guys,
Awesome.
Coach, good luck to you guys both on this upcoming season. We really appreciate the time. I know you're busy. You're recruiting and getting ready to set the world on fire this year. We're going to be there in Munn cheering you guys on and beyond. Thank you so much for your time to come on. This is Spartan MSU. Love to have you back soon.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.